I'm going to talk about the capability to customize transport types. As you know, OpenLineage supports a set of predefined transport types, HTTP, Kafka, and others. Previously, adding a new or custom transport type required us to change the core components, the transport config and the transport factory in order to recognize the new type. The recent change aims to allow users to easily extend the functionality and to create custom transport types without changing anything in OpenLineage code. For example, at my company, we work with the open metadata as the backend, the lineage backend. And open metadata doesn't support the standard or the spec that OpenLineage creates. So we had to make this integration with a kind of a custom transport type, taking the event that OpenLineage produces and extracting from there what we actually need to in order to transmit the data to open metadata. And this way I can do it without changing anything in OpenLineage core. So if you can move to the next slide. Okay, so about the implementation. So we have a new interface called the Transport Builder. So now to create a new transport type, users can implement the interface, defining the following methods. It has a method for getting the type, which is the type that you pass in the transport type config parameters. For example, it can be HTTP or Kafka for the ones that are recognized today. Another method gets the config. It gets an object of type transport config that you can extend and customize it and put whatever configuration that you need for your transport type. And another method that builds the actual transport based on the transport config. This is instead of the hard-coded code that we used to have in the transport factory before. So this way you can extend the transport builder and just supply all the method that you need. Additionally, you need to have a file under meta-inf services with the name of the interface containing the class that you implemented for the transport builder. It has to be in the class path, of course. So using service loader pattern, the implementation of transport builder will be discovered and loaded at runtime. And then you can use another transport type that doesn't come with the OpenLineage out of the box. This is it, basically.
That's very cool.
Thank you. Any
Thank
questions?
you.
What are some of the use cases for other cool transport mechanisms? Just wondering what some people have proposed.
I think so. That maybe so. I'm just some of the things you could do. You could use like native cloud provider queue system to send events if you want to build your own collection, or if you're interested in centralizing collection of those events. You could do so. Today we have built-in HTTP and Kafka transport. So you could use like build your own with different technologies, or you can also do custom integration to other metadata or things if you want, right? I obviously the preferred way to do this is the provider, the data catalog or something to implement OpenLineage and to have an OpenLineage endpoint, and they can just receive the events directly. But that enables people to, you know, quickly do something without to depend on changes to the core spec.
Yeah, I was just wondering, thinking that we do Kafka and HTTP, maybe someone wants to do MSMQ or
Yeah.
MQ series or, another protocol like that. That's great. Very cool.
And I think one of the potentials, or at least from what I understand from what Natalie and team are doing, is you can also apply some transformation logic as part of your transport provider, right? So you can have your own ways of transporting the data.
Makes sense. Thank you.